What a night this is gonna be!
I have never been more ready for anything in my entire life. I cannot wait to see what's on the horizon.
I'm ready. I'm nervous. I'm excited. Let's just get the show started.
You're sweating. I can smell you over here.
Sorry.
And what a lineup on this card, starting with a bang. Singles action coming your way.
We have a great match coming up next.
Let's do it.
Oh, this is going to be good.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, Samoa Joe!
Samoa Joe is a man who has never made an idle threat. One of the most dangerous competitors ever to step into the squared circle.
If there is hostility,
Lethal hybrid of size, speed, technique, and agility, Samoa Joe is second.
And his opponent, accompanied by Maurice, Curtis Axel, and Bo Dallas, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz.
Go ahead, Corey. Tell us all about The Miz.
The Miz is the man who single-handedly turned SmackDown from the B show to the show. A star of stage, screen, reality television. Is there anything The Miz hasn't done?
Did The Miz pay you to say all that, Corey?
Absolutely not, Byron Saxton. I happen to be a hopeful for consideration for a Mizzy this year.
Really?
That's right.
Mizzy? Oh, come on.
This should be an incredible matchup. I mean, both men have extensive offensive repertoires, lasting endurance, and an insatiable appetite to be number one.
If you haven't hit record yet, now might be a good time to do that. These guys are going to have a match you'll want to watch over and over again.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
Wow.
Elbow! Elbow drop! Elbow drop!
Right to the heart.
Elbow drop with authority.
Samoa Joe looking a little startled right now. He's going to want to make sure this doesn't snowball out of control.
Yeah, he's taking on some offense here, but that's to be expected.
Oh, man.
Especially considering who he's in the ring.
You never want to count a competitor out, but things don't seem to be going in his favor here tonight. Ooh, what a jawbreaker.
Swinging neckbreaker connects.
One of the brightest highlights of Samoa Joe's career came at 2017's Extreme Rules. There he defeated 4 of WWE's top superstars in a fatal 5-way.
Most people would not look forward to an immediate future that involves facing Brock Lesnar, but Samoa Joe thrived in the situation. overcoming the odds to become the #1 contender to the Universal Championship.
You gentlemen were reflecting on the Fatal 5-Way at Extreme Rules. Now, I've known Samoa Joe for a long, long time, and I have never seen him more focused than he was for the opportunity to become the #1 contender. Joe's in-ring IQ really showed that night.
Yeah, he used an alliance with Bray Wyatt to whittle down the competition before applying the Coquina Clutch on Finn Balor. For all Samoa Joe's power, it was his intellect that earned him a Universal Championship match.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Watch it, Miz.
DDT!
Nice. Shut it down.
Momentum is fully in the corner of The Miz now.
The Miz is calling for it.
Figure 4 leg lock. Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are. No, locked in. But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize?
He fights his way free.
But how much energy did he exhaust fighting his way out?
Ooh, nasty impact.
Where there are many fighting styles in WWE, but not as many are as diverse as Samoa Joe's. Can you speak to his versatility?
Samoa Joe is one of the most well-rounded competitors I've ever had the joy of watching. He's an accomplished grappler, a next-level striker, strong jiu-jitsu background. Samoa Joe can do it all, and all of it hurts.
What a punch!
I want to add more to what I said on Samoa Joe's versatility. Not only is Joe proficient in so many styles, he is a dangerous man, in part because of how intelligent of a fighter he is.
You're exactly right, Corey. It's a pick-your-poison scenario anytime you match up with Samoa Joe. He has a handful of disciplines he can interchange. Chances are one of those will end your night fast.
Great effort, but he'd better save something for later in the match.
The Miz is looking to end this. That'll hurt. DDT!
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
You're going to want to see your internist after a slam like that.
Figure 4 leg lock. That's what he was looking for, Michael. Locked in. Samoa Joe isn't looking so hot, guys.
Irish whip.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Ooh, he goes down hard.
Yeah, he's definitely starting to fade now.
Gentlemen, this is Samoa Joe. He is a very, very horrible person. He doesn't lie to the public about what he is. He doesn't sit behind a gilded curtain and try to tell the world he's a good person seeking justice and righteousness. No, Samoa Joe seeks domination and victory. This is Samoa Joe, and you will know him by the trail of carnage left in his wake.
Corey noted that Samoa Joe doesn't hide behind a veil of niceness. He doesn't allow pleasantries to interfere with his objective. Joe is mission-oriented, and his lack of human decency helps keep him focused.
His lack of human decency also makes him a huge threat. Samoa Joe feels if that's a bad thing, then you could consider him the evilest person in the locker room. Guys, I noticed the demeanor on Samoa Joe's face never changes. That look of disgust, that look of focus, that cold, calculating body language Samoa Joe holds on to maintain his dominance. It's something that has turned Joe's stare into something to fear.
When you made your observation of Samoa Joe's demeanor, Byron, it painted a chilling picture. I can only imagine how frightening it can be to stand across from a man who can intimidate you with just a glance your way.
Well, if you lock eyes with Samoa Joe, you better hope there's a good length of distance between you and the Samoan submission machine. However, if you can overcome that intimidation, you may at least have a chance of surviving.
We saw the best female and male competitors in WWE fight side by side during the Mixed Match Challenge, but one duo emerged from the 12-team competition as the inaugural winners. The team of The Miz and Asuka, also known as Team Asuka.
Michael mentioned The Miz and Asuka's success on the Mixed Match Challenge, but can we clarify things a bit? Most of that tournament was The Miz getting out of the way as Asuka continued her domination.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Most isn't all, Saxton. Don't you dare forget that The Miz scored a pinfall victory against Bobby Roode in the finals that made the A-lister and Asuka the first ever Mixed Match Challenge winners. Gentlemen, we are bearing witness to the destroyer, Samoa Joe. He's put the entire WWE locker room on notice. Night after night, he'll beat down your heroes, render them unconscious, and when they wake up, he'll beat them down all over again.
You described Samoa Joe's approach toward the WWE locker room, Corey. The Samoan submission specialist loves to leave a path to destruction, and he's not impressed by anyone in WWE.
It doesn't matter if you're an architect, a demon king, or a big dog. Samoa Joe wants to not only beat you, he wants to put you to sleep. The 2017 Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship saw an incredible array of superstars enter the chamber, and each one had a history with the other in some form or fashion. The Miz was in there against Bray Wyatt, AJ Styles, John Cena, Baron Corbin, and Dean Ambrose.
The Hollywood A-lister was the last superstar to enter the unforgiving steel structure. The Miz may not have left the Elimination Chamber of the WWE title, but one thing The Miz has proven over time is that he's always in the championship picture.
Oh, come on, Michael. Of course The Miz is always in the title picture. The A-lister is a champion regardless of what title's around his waist. That's semantics when you're as good as The Miz.
You really have to keep your head on a swivel against The Miz. Corey, what would you say is the prime tactic if you're facing him?
Look, Miz is a danger in the ring alone, but you also got to keep an eye on his backup.
The Miz has no shortage of valets, managers, protégés, partners, and cronies who help the Awesome One stay awesome.
Corey, I'm going to go back to your comment about Miz's outside help for a minute. I think that any opponent needs multiple strategies given the variety of backup Miz could bring to ringside.
Yeah, that's true. Plan A, to counter his wife Maurice's interference, has to differ than Plan B, to deal with the Miztourage. Heck, Miz's opponents have even had to deal with you, Michael, leaving the announce table just to interfere.
Listen, fellas, we always know Samoa Joe competes at another level. Tonight, I think you're going to see an even more dangerous Joe than you're used to seeing. Expect to see the fastest hands in this business and heavyweight striking that would make a boxer jealous.
Picking up on what Corey mentioned about Joe striking, his quickness combined with accuracy makes Samoa Joe the right hand of destruction.
And don't make the mistake of being one-dimensional against Joe. He's capable of sudden offense. The instant you think you have his hands figured out, he'll pound you with all the power of his massive legs. Samoa Joe can deliver punishment with every part of his body.
Let's say you found yourself on the other side of the ring against the A-lister. What would your strategy be, Corey?
Well, The Miz has a lot of tricks up his sleeve and has a deep repertoire of moves. If you happen to have a size advantage on Miz, you have to use your power to knock him silly before he hatches any of his plans.
Beautiful neck breaker after the float over.
That was pretty.
Going back to my awesome strategy against The Miz, the few opponents who have given him real trouble are WWE's strongest competitors like John Cena and Roman Reigns. When they can hit harder, they've been able to defeat The Miz.
The skull-crushing finale is a pretty devastating move, but if you've got something bigger, like, say, a spear or an attitude adjustment, it's all about setting up your big move before The Miz does his. Oh boy, he is rolling. Look at this, Miz! And the slam! Samoa Joe isn't looking so hot, guys. Samoa Joe is getting overwhelmed.
And see,
Skull-crushing finale. This one is over.
He's got him covered. Yes! Takes it! And here's another peek at some of the more memorable parts of the match.
He ain't messing around. I remember this part very well. Check him out here. And I always enjoy watching him perform.
Here is your winner, The Miz.
Kicking off the night with an impressive victory.
And you just know the rest of the card is watching in the back, wondering how in the world they're going to follow that.
Plenty more action still to come here tonight, folks. The rest of the card should be every bit as good as the last match, too. Singles match on tap next.
Up next, we have singles action.
We have one of the best talents on the roster to date, taking on some tough competition.
These two set for competition. Watch out.
Yeah, okay. Look, I expected this to happen at some point. This guy hasn't been able to keep his hands off him. The official telling the guy to get out of here, but come on, the damage has already been done.
Yeah, apparently they don't believe in a fair fight.
The referee checking on him, and he says he's ready to go.
This isn't fair at all.
And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
These guys are undoubtedly going to give us a show here tonight.
The newfound focus of Andrade Almas has brought him great rewards as of late.
You may call it focus. I call it finding the perfect balance between work and play.
He's looking a little off balance. He'll need to find a way to turn things around here.
That confidence he had on his face at the start of this match sure has disappeared, and with good reason. He's taken quite a beating.
Guys, I wasn't anticipating this type of performance from him tonight. He's starting to look a little lost in there right now.
Nasty drop.
Watch the suplex.
What a forearm.
Somebody's got hops. And guys, for Almas, his back really against the wall.
Now, this is a bad situation.
This is clearly not the same competitor who started this match in such great shape.
The damage has been done, guys. I don't see how he can possibly recover from this beating he's taken.
If by some miracle he goes on to win this match, we'll be talking about this comeback for generations to come.
Beautiful technique.
This might be it. Oh, my. Boy, he is rolling.
Here it comes. He's got him.
He's looking shaky. This could be the end.
Ooh, what impact. This one's over, guys. How's Almas going to survive?
I don't think he is.
Here we go. Harsh impact. Here's his moment, Michael.
And a pin attempt.
What a way to win a singles match.
A lot of good action in that one. Here's another look.
No doubt about it. He brought his A game, as you can see here.
pinfall victory here tonight.
There's nothing more pure than picking up a win in a good old-fashioned one-on-one fight.
And folks, if you're just joining us, I'm sorry to... Hope the next match lives up to the hype of the rest of the card. Tag team matchup on the way.
Don't change that channel. We have singles action coming up.
We have Edge against an imposing adversary.
Oh, I cannot wait.
The Hall of Famer is here!
Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 249 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Rated R Superstar, Edge.
Byron, here's a superstar who really is living his dream.
Cornerstone, one of the forefathers of the tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Not to mention, Byron, the important fact that he totally reeks of awesomeness.
And along with Christian, the creator of the 5-second pose.
The ultimate opportunist.
And his opponent from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 239 pounds, the WWE Champion, the Punisher, Cody Ward.
Byron, it seems to me like he's a little more reserved than usual. Are you seeing the same thing?
I am, Michael. It might be because the title's not up for grabs here. And if that's the case, I've got a bad feeling about his chances here. You can't come into a match less than 100% just because the title's not on the line.
Michael Cole, Corey Graves, Byron Saxton, here to call what will surely be a highly contested matchup.
And this is one of those matches where it's hard to believe we get paid for this. Well, actually, it's hard to believe Saxton gets paid for anything.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
Oh, from the top!
Edge slowing down now. But he's very aware of who he's in there with and what he has to do to rebound.
Ouch. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Cole. This is just a little bump in the road for him here. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, my goodness, this hurts. Oh!
Up and face first.
Flapjack. Setting it up. Boom, what impact. Setting up.
All the way up.
Suplex. Going for it all here. DDT. Oh, it's over. Uh-oh. This just might be enough for him to take the victory here. Your whole body hurts after a move like that. Clothesline. On the mark.
Head scissors applied. Oh, look at this.
Edge in quite a bind.
At this point, his confidence has to be at 0.
From my standpoint, it seems like he underestimated who he was stepping in the ring with here tonight.
Bad spot for him to be in here, guys.
He's got to do something to get back in this thing.
Clothesline.
There he goes, crashing to the floor.
This isn't where he wants to be, guys.
He needs to get back inside that ring.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
He's in a vulnerable spot now, guys.
Look at him. He's wide open for attack.
Byron, he looks like he has no idea where he is.
Yeah, he is definitely on Dream Street, Michael.
Look out, look out. This could be it.
Striking combination.
Close to getting a count out here.
Nah, this is just some strategic gamesmanship.
Up and slam down hard.
Lariat. Takes him down hard.
You gotta love that kind of aggression.
When this guy's on, look out.
Oh, no, we've got a problem here, guys.
No kidding. Who knows what will happen next?
Good for the back and body. He wants it one more time.
DDT. It just doesn't appear to be Edge's night tonight.
SOS.
It just doesn't appear to be Edge's night tonight.
The shoulders are down.
Yes! Unreal performance.
Now let's get another look at some of the high points of that one.
He's getting after it here. Highlight for one superstar, low light for another. Almost forgot about this one. I really enjoyed every minute of this.
here is your winner, the Punisher, Cody Ward.
Without even breaking a sweat, this one is over.
Wow, when you pick up a pinfall victory over somebody like that, you've done something right.
Guys, it sounds like we can all agree that was an extremely impressive win.
Things have been interesting so far, but now it's time for our main event.
Singles match coming up next.